Look at us here on top of Old Goat Glacier, and there's ice and stuff. We've been hiking for hours. Here's Andrew eating a sandwich. The melted water is flowing down into a cave over there. Can't really see it. It's dark, but it's exciting because look, you can touch the ice on the glacier. Touching the glacier, it's exciting. So yeah, this is you're watching The Adventures in Odyssey Oddcast.
Hey everybody, this is Devin Francis, also known as Leonard Melsner.
Hey, I'm wearing a vest. I'm Victoria.
And you're watching the 66th episode of The Adventures in Odyssey Oddcast, just coming to you from the top of Old Goat Glacier, where I touched a glacier for the first time in my life. That was pretty cool. Cold.
66? That's one digit away from the Jubilee Singers Part 3.
Oh, you. So, yes, here we are, doing our, I believe, third headcanon video, and a rather odd one. Come to think of it, all of our headcanon videos have been odd so far.
This is the first one I'm in voluntarily.
Yes. And it's also...
And probably the only one I'll be in voluntarily.
Probably. It's also odd because this is just a cheap tactic to make Weak Gem stronger because we are reusing a clip from an old episode. Most of the headcanons that I come up with are, original things. I would like to think so. Or at least to some degree.
Devin,
but yes.
Are you saying new content with old content? Like a fusion?
No. We have a lot of Steven Universe jokes lately on this podcast.
Zach Callison.
Anyways, so basically what happened is while we were filming the amazing review that we did for Hopelessly Devoted and Follow Me, we came up with a headcanon on the fly that turned out to be very incredible and very hilarious. And so we wanted to make it a separate video, and so here we are. It's called The Whittaker Approves because we connected it to a hilarious scene from Season 1, Episode 4, I believe, of Gravity
Episode
Falls.
5.
Episode 5, sorry. The Inconveniencing. From Gravity Falls, which is a phenomenal show, and you should all go watch it right now. And once you come back from watching the entire show right now...
It's my favorite TV show. I'm dressed like the main character.
Now, pause the video again so that you can go down to the description and rewatch the scenes specifically we're talking about. So go down to the doobly-doo, and we have a link to the Duchess Approves scenes from that episode, so you'll understand this. So do that right now.
It's only like a minute long. It won't take up that much of your time.
All right. And now we're back. Now you understand where we were coming from for this.
We're so funny.
Way to build it up too much, Victoria. You're going to disappoint them. So while we were talking about Hopelessly Devoted, we started talking about different possibilities about how Jason programmed the Room of Consequence for this. One of them being that the episode was not actually being streamed live and being converted into an ROC adventure, like live, but that Jason had created a unique episode for Erica specifically, which of course would mean that Jason would need to know enough about Medical Center of Love to do that, which would mean that he would have to binge watch the entire show in one night, and that this entire episode is essentially his Medical Center of Love fanfic. So this set us to thinking about the implications of that, which is what resulted in this.
I really like the idea of just Jason binge watching the entire series, but it'd be like Gravity Falls with Stan and watching the Duchess Approves, where he's just like, he gets a TV and then he can't find the remote because it's like one of those like old ones where you can change it with the buttons. He doesn't want to push it. And then he's just like, Jack, where's the remote? Jack! And then, and then he's just like, Medical Center of Love turns on, and he's just like, no, and then it just constantly keeps on coming back to him, and he's like, has ice cream, and he's just like, and that has Duchess or Holly in this case, and she's like, I may be a duchess, but I'm also a woman, and she like takes off her hat, and her hair's like blowing in the wind, and then Jason's just like, oh, you go, Holly, it's just like my life, in a way. Are you okay?
I forgot about that scene in Gravity Falls.
That's my favorite joke in all of Gravity Falls ever.
Thank you for that, Victoria.
You're welcome. But, like, could you imagine making it even better? Making it more like Stan if it's Whit and he's on the archaeologist trip and how he gets addicted to TV and that's Whit instead. And meanwhile, while Jason's telling Erica to not watch Medical Center of Love, Whit just becomes soaplessly devoted to that show.
I was going to say, what if, because Jason gets hooked on it from binge watching it, and then Whit kind of loses self-control and ends up becoming a TV junkie again, and becoming hooked on Medical Center of Love as well.
And then they have, like, random jokes, like inside jokes in their conversations, and then they're just like, they won't get this, and then Whit's just like, you watch this show.
That's exactly
too.
what I was gonna say. Jason will make like some sneaky reference to the show just because while he's talking to his dad, and Whit will be like,
yeah, like Jason one day, like, Whit will be like, oh, I ripped out my own IV and ran straight here. And then Jason's just like, you're as bad as Derek. And then they just pause and look at each other and they're just like, no. And then they have like hidden TVs in their offices and just like all the episodes recorded on like VCR tapes.
Imagine them living together again after Whit moves back and they don't know that the other watched it and they're both ashamed for the other to know out.
I have to go work on an invention in my room for half an hour. Leave me alone.
They're both in separate things of the house making excuses to do something else, but they're both watching it secretly in different places and they come back and they're both like trying to like come up with excuses for why their eyes are bloodshot from crying and stuff.
And he's just like, I got motor grease in my eyes.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. He'll like rub engine oil under his eyes and be like, oh yeah, so he can like hide the bloodshotness from crying.
And then like Erica will see Jason and she's like, what's wrong? Why do you look so upset? And he's just like, I don't need to talk about it with you.
Whit will have like motor oil on his face and Jason will be wearing like welding goggles or something. Okay.
New headcanon accepted.
Oh, okay, man.
So,
and we're back now.
Hey.
Ha 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 ha. We're so funny.
We are.
So
our hair was so long. Both of us have had haircuts since then.
So long. Yeah, and now my hair's already grown back to half that length again already. That's how long it's been. So, even more fortuitously than everything that happened there, shortly after this happened, I saw a post on Tumblr which was literally made for the clip that we just recorded. So there's also a link for that. Go down and look at that right now if you haven't done that. And we'll just give you a second to look at that. And then come back. So yeah, that was just, it was made for what we did there. So overall, that was a pretty funny moment, and I'm glad that we were able to share that little clip from an episode with you if you didn't watch it. And if you didn't, then you should go back and redo it right now because that was a phenomenal episode. That was episode number... Scroll to the end, OAC 2015 predictions, blah, blah, blah. The title scrolling through iTunes. Review number 31, Adventures on the Oddcast, number 55. There we go. Yes. So go watch episode 55 again. 11 episodes ago. And... guess that's it for now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, what are we doing next time, Victoria? It's a review, of course. No. That's still several episodes away. It's a review of episodes. What's the next OAC episode? To the Ends of the Earth.
To the Ends of the Earth.
And what else are we doing?
Whit's Flop.
Correct.
You didn't see any book.
So that's what will be happening next time. And yeah, that's that. We'll be tackling the next OAC episode, the one for June, I want to say July. That's right? Right? No, it is June. I'm pretty sure it's June. Yeah. Yes, it's June.
We're not behind.
Yeah, it's June. Okay. And yes, we'll be doing Whit's Flop. Finally, episode number 1. Does it live up to the hype for being the pilot show of such an amazing show? I guess we'll find out next time on the Adventures in Odyssey Oddcast. Until then, thank you for joining us on our side of the YouTube. This has been Devin Francis, also known as Leonard Monster.
And it's so like my life!
In a way. And you've been watching the Adventures in Odyssey Oddcast.